the first thing I want to talk about today here is Zoom chat. So if you have your pre-1 website, this is going to be your pre-1 website. Where is it? Right here. This website. Do you know this website?
Yes.
So this is your pre-1 website. If you go to help and you see down here, Zoom chat instructions. If you click at this one right here,
Yeah.
this is going to help you learn how to do Zoom chat. So here you have Zoom, and if you are on your phone, do you see down here? It says more. Right here. More. Yes. If you click more, and then you see chat. And then once you click chat, you can talk. So the reason I am doing this, I'm teaching you how to use Zoom chat, is because for your test, for your EL Civics test, you will have to use Zoom chat. So right now, please type in your name in the Zoom chat so I can see. So I know Mavis, you know how to use it. I know Fiona knows how to use it. So right now, I'd like to use Xinyu, Mavis, and Sherry. Please type your name in the Zoom chat. So it says, please type your name here in the Zoom chat right now. Thank you, Sherry. So you're ready to go. Xinyu, can you type your name in the Zoom? Thank you, Mavis. Xinyu, can you try to type your name?
I don't know.
You don't
哎，
know?
在哪里？我来跟你说，你那有一个多，你用手机吗？还是用 iPad？
我用手机。
手机下面有一个更多，在你的右手边、右最下角有一个参与人，参与人旁边有个更多，你点开那个更多，完了上面有个聊天，你点那个聊天。
哎，点了。
点了你看见了吗？底下就可以输字了，你就把你名字打给老师就可以了。
啊，发送给是不是啊？
对对，下面有一个轻击此处聊天，你点一下它，下面字母就出来了。
点一下，发送给。
不是，你先轻击了以后，你写好你的名字，你点一下那个轻击此处聊天或者轻击消息回复，有吗？
轻击是什么意思？我把
点一下它，点一下那个灰色的框。
就是点击一下，点击，然后在那个对话框里输入你的名字，发送就可以了。
对对对对对。
啊，
你把你的名字输入发给老师就好了。
好，谢谢，非常感谢。
不客气，不客气。
哎，我一句也听不懂。哎呀
Thank you, Mavis. Thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome.
好了。
Oh, good. All right. Very good. That's 3 people.
啊，谢谢。
All right, good. So with that, we are finished. So what's going to happen is tomorrow. Tomorrow, you are going to have a test for your EL Civics. So let me share this new share. Here it is. So Tomorrow you are going to have an EL Civics test. The test tomorrow is going to have 3 parts. There's going to be 1, 2, and 3. The first part on your EL Civics test, if you look at here, there's going to be part 1, right? Part 1 is going to talk and it's going to ask this question: why is the census important? Why is the census important? Your test tomorrow, they're going to ask you this question: why is the census important? And then they're going to show you a picture. Do you remember this picture from Friday, right? So they're going to show you only, it's going to show you 4 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures. And they'll ask you, why is the census important? Do you remember the name for this? The name?
For new rules.
Very good, Mavis.
Root, yeah.
Money for new roads.
Rose.
Money for new rules.
Yeah, money for new roads.
Road. Road. Road.
Road is singular. If you say many, you say roads.
Roads.
Yep. So they're going to show you a picture and they say, oh, why is the census important? And you have to say, oh, money for new roads.
Money for new roads.
Money for new roads. The next picture may be this picture. This is going to be not for hospital, really. This is money for services for disabled people.
Money for service for disabled people.
Disabled,
Or
right? If you look at this man,
disabled
his leg, right?
people.
Injured, so disabled. Do you know disabled?
Yeah.
So let me show you just very quickly, disabled. Right. Right. He is disabled.
残疾
So on your test tomorrow, they're going to ask you some questions. And the first question is, why is the census important? And they're going to show you 4 pictures. Why is the census important? Money for services for disabled people. So money for new roads, money for disabled people, money for new hospital, for doctors and for medical research. You just have to say money for new hospitals.
Money for new hospital.
Right. If you say and medical research is very good, but I just want to hear money for new hospital.
Money for new hospital.
Right. Right now, maybe if there's the coronavirus and then there's research, this is where the census will be very helpful.
Research.
So why is the census important? Money for new hospitals. Next, it's going to be this. This is money for schools.
Money for schools.
Right. You have children, and if you have children in school, the census will give money to the school for teachers and for students, young students. So why is the census important? This is get money for schools. After money for schools, there is this one. This one is a little hard. Why is the census important? It's more people in Congress. This is hard.
All people in Congress.
Do you know Congress? Congress is the US government. Let's see here if I can show you this one.
会，美国的国会。
Congress is the US government. Do you know Washington, D.C.?
Yes.
So
Right.
this one right here, Congress. I think this is Congress. Is this Congress?
国会
This is for Congress.
Congress.
More people in Congress.
Congress.
This is hard, so I don't think they will give this to you for your question, but maybe, right?
Congress.
Now, if you look at this picture, California is very, very big. It has 53 people in Congress. Right? If there are many people in California, California will get more money. So why is the census important? More people in Congress. Next. Why is the census important? This is what we call a senior center.
Money
Senior centers.
Yeah,
Senior
money for
centers.
senior center. If there are
Senior
many old men, old women.
老人院
Yeah, this is money for senior centers.
Senior centers.
Center.
Centers.
Yeah, senior centers.
Senior sentence. Senior.
Centers.
Senior centers.
Yeah.
Center.
Senior. Senior means old people.
Senior.
Right. Senior.
Senior center.
Old people.
Old people.
Yeah. Senior.
Old.
My grandfather is a senior. My grandmother is a senior.
Okay. Old.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Why is the census important? This is also for schools, right? Money for schools, but this is money for school lunch.
Lunch.
Right, this is money for school lunch, free lunch for children. Money for school lunch for children.
For children.
Why is a census important?
No feeling?
Money for school lunch.
Point.
After money for school lunch,
Money for school lunch for children.
this next one, this is be ready for natural disasters.
Be ready for national
Disasters.
disasters.
Disaster.
Disaster.
Right. If you look at these disasters, there are many. California has some disasters. Last year and the last 2 years, California has fires. Fire.
Oh, fire. Oh. 洪水灾难。
Japan, Thailand, many other countries also had tsunami. Let's see here.
地震、龙卷风、海啸。
Do you remember last?
Yeah.
Yeah, tsunami was in Japan, Thailand, Asia. Tsunami. California also had no rain. We call this a drought. Drought. Fire, tsunami, drought. There are some other ones. You have flood. Flood is a lot of water. Flood. You don't have to know fire, tsunami, drought, and flood. That is just extra. What you need to know for the EL Civics test is be ready for natural disasters. California doesn't really have flood. California doesn't have tornado. California doesn't really have volcano. No, right? But California has drought. It has fire, and also maybe earthquake and landslide. Do you know earthquake? Earthquake. Earthquake.
地震。
California and Japan and many
Yeah.
some country. Earthquake. So you don't have to know the name for earthquake. You just need to know, be ready.
Quake.
Be ready for natural disasters. So why is the census important? It's to be ready for natural disasters. After this one, it's going to be, why is the census important? It's going to have better plans for military.
Better plans for military.
This is the U.S. military.
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 So why is the census important? Better plans for military.
Military.
Oh wow, we have two lilies. Why is the census important? Next is, why is the census important? Money for scientific research. We call this scientific research.
Scientific yes. Better.
Scientific. Good. Scientific research.
Scientific
research.
Yeah, right now, a lot of money is going into scientific research for coronavirus or COVID, right?
Research.
Money for scientific research.
Scientific research.
Scientific research.
After scientific research, we have here, why is the census important? Money for public transportation.
Public
Transportation. Public transportation is talking about bus, talking about train, right? And subway. I know China has good public transportation. UK has good public transportation. Japan, right? Japan and Korea, they have good public transportation. California doesn't have good. California has bus. California subway is so-so. So public transportation. Usually bus is very cheap, right?
Yeah, very long.
Very, very long, but very cheap. So money for public transportation. If you say money for bus and train, that's also okay, I think. Next one, why is the census important? This is the last one. This is school, right?
Yes.
But this is money for adult
Money
education.
for
Adult.
adult.
Yeah, money for adult
Adult.
education.
Adult.
Education.
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 Education is studying, is school, right?
Education.
So this is very important because California, right? California, we are in California, and right now you are a student. You are a student at Mount Sac. Mount Sac, right now, ESL is adult
Adult
education.
education.
Yeah.
Adult education.
So if California has many people, Mount Sac will have more money. Right. Why is the census important? So why is the census important? So for those of you who just came, Lily and Yang, we are going to have a test tomorrow. The test tomorrow is going to have 3 parts. First part is going to be part 1. Part 1 is going to ask this question. Why is the census important? And in this, let's see, in this part, there are going to be 4 pictures. So part 1, you are going to have 4 pictures. Let's see, no, 4 pictures. So you might get this picture right here. If you get this picture, you have to say, oh, money for adult education. So maybe this is 1, and maybe number 3. Let's do this one. This is your second picture. Why is the census important? You can say, oh, this is money for school lunch. Right, money for school lunch. This is number 2. And let's do number 3. This one. Number 3. Money for schools. That one's an easy one. Money for schools. And then one more. What's this? Money for new roads. Money for new roads. So part 1, one more time. Let's make it blue. I play 4 pictures. So for your part 1, you're going to have just 4 pictures. And these 4 pictures, you have to tell me, why is the census important? Money for new roads. Money for disabled people. Money for hospitals.
Hospital.
Money for schools. More people in Congress. Money for senior centers.
Senior centers.
Senior centers. Money for school lunch.
Money for school.
Be ready for natural disasters. Sometimes you can say be ready for emergency is okay too.
Emergency.
Emergency is okay too.
Emergency.
Better plans for military. You can say army. You can say army is okay too. Better plans for military. Money for scientific research.
Money for scientific research.
Money for public transportation.
Public.
And last one, money for adult education.
Public.
Remember, for this one, it's only part 1. Part 1, why? Oh, sorry. Part 1, why is a census important? How many pictures?
4
4
pictures.
pictures.
Only 4 pictures. Right? You don't have to know everything. You just have to know 4 pictures.
Sentence is speak or write.
Speak.
Speak. Yes.
是不是老师给图片？4个
要
屁股
说出来，给你4个图片，你要说出来。
Yeah, this
Right.
is a speaking one. So if I
Speak,
give you this
yeah.
picture,
Speaking.
yeah, if I
Yeah.
give you this picture, you have to say, oh, money for adult education.
Okay.
All right, so part 1. Next is going to be part 2. Part 2 is going to be census form. This is not real, this is practice form. All right. The census form will have many, many questions. Some of the questions, I think most questions are easy questions. First question, how many people live in the house?
Many people.
4 peoples.
Sorry, this is not for you. This is for reading.
The house.
Does the family own or rent? Do you know own or rent?
Yeah.
Rent.
Family.
Does the family own or rent the house? Rent.
Rent.
Rent is you have to pay every month.
The house. No family.
Don't worry about it. I'll just talk about this in a minute. Does the
What?
family own or rent the house? Next one. What is their telephone number? What is the head of the household's name? Head
household
of the household is who is the leader of house,
household 是
right? For Mavis, Sherry, and Lily and Yang, maybe you have husband. Do you have husband? Maybe usually it is husband
husband
is the head.
first name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the husband's first name? So maybe for
Oh,
Shin Yu is head of household, right? Maybe. Head of household. Next. When is the head of household's birthday?
birthday.
Household birthday.
我们家老公的
Is
生日要说吗？
不是
the head of household's age? What is the head of household's race? And they will give you options. You have white, black or African American, American Indian or Alaska Native, Asian, maybe
户主
Korean,
户主
maybe Chinese, some other race, or Hispanic. I forgot Hispanic.
不
So
明白。
we are going to talk about here just race very quickly. Race. So what is the household head of household's race? So first one is you have white. Some people will also say white, Caucasian.
哪个国家的？
种族
Make it
race 是种
a
族
little smaller. Yeah.
哦，亚裔。
You
明
can say
天
oh,
好可以吗？
he is Caucasian, or you say just white is okay.
种族 OK。
Next one you have is black or African American.
没有 OK。
哦
Right? You can say, oh, this is a white man. This is an African American family. Next you have is American Indian.
对
Next you have Asian.
历史
And you have many different Asians. You have Asian, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. There's a lot,
Indian
right? Right. But everything is, you can say, Asian.
历史
After Asian, you also have Hispanic. Hispanic family, Asian woman, American Indian men, black family, white man. And last one is some other race, right? So you can say, oh, I am white, I am black, I am American Indian, I am Asian, or I am Hispanic. So for part two of your Census EL Civics test, part two. Part two is going to ask you to do a form, but the form is going to be, a reading. And in your reading, they have everything here for you already, right? They have how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many people live in the house? You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this reading, will be part of your test, right? And in the test, you have a reading you have to read. This family is the Yi family. It says here, Felix is the head of the household. Can you see that? Felix is the head of the household. He is married to Katie, and they have one son, Brian. Felix and Katie are from Korea. But they live in San Jose. The family rents a house at 2990 Bascom Avenue in San Jose. Right? The family, can you see this word? Rents. Rents. If you remember, if you go back, does the family own or rent the house? Yeah, rent. So one more time. Felix is the head of the household. The family rents a house at 2990 Bascom Avenue in San Jose. This is just the address, right? Yes. This is the address. Yes. Rents. The family has lived in this house for 4 years. Felix and Katie don't have any roommates. No roommates, right? The family has a pet cat named Jasper. Their phone number is 408-555-3443. Their birthdays and ages are listed below. So Felix, this is the birth date, and this is the age. Katie, birth date, age. Brian, birth date, age. And last one, they have Jasper. But please remember, Jasper. Jasper is person or cat? Jasper is a cat. So how many people? 4 or 3?
4, 3.
It should only be 3. 1. Oh wait, where's my stamp? It should only be 3. 1, 2, 3. Jasper's a cat. Sorry, no.
哦，6句对吧？哎呀，真麻烦。太可怕了。
So, for the questions for your reading, this is going to be a reading. The questions that you have, they will ask you. Let me make sure how many questions do you have. You should only have just a few questions, not too many. Let's see. 6 questions. So you will have 6 questions. How many people live in the house?
How many people live in house?
Yeah, how many?
4.
Almost, not 4.
4 people.
Not 4 people. You have 1,
Oh,
2,
Yeah.
3 people.
3. Remember, Jasper is not a person. Jasper is a cat.
Oh, Mao. Yes, 3 people. Yes.
There's only 3 people. 1, 2, 3. So that's the first question. Second question, does the family own or rent the house?
Rent house.
Yep, right here.
Rents.
Rent.
Rent 就是写你的地址呗。
不是，是说他是不是租的房子？
哦，
Okay. Next
Yes.
one. What is their telephone number?
408
Oh,
55
408.
Yeah. 408
wait，
555
嗯，
3443.
明天就考这个吗？还是说自己加呀？请问？
让他说完吗？
全部是这些内容，就是这些内容。
OK，
This is where they're going to use next one. What is the head of household name?
Felix.
Felix.
Yeah, right here. Felix.
Civics，
When is the head of household's birthday?
19年3月怎么说来着 ？May， 哦不是 May，
March 1.
March 1 1930
1930 3
1939。
哦，应该是 Mon，
先说月，再说天，再说年。
对，哦，
没错呀。
年是在后面说的。
Yeah, this is talking about the birth date. Sometimes you will also hear birthday. Birthday is also okay. Right? So there are 3 birth dates. There is one for Felix, one for Katie, one for Felix, one for Katie, and one from Brian. But the question is, when is the head of household's birthday? And here you see, oh, 3. 3 is the month. 3 is March.
March 1.
Now, first. If you say March 1, I'll say okay. But it's better to say March 1st.
March 1st.
In
1979.
79.
79.
Right. This part, census, here is not speaking. This is writing. Okay? This is writing, not speaking.
Okay, writing.
Yeah,
Just-
it's writing.
Writing.
And they'll ask you, how many people live in the house? Does the family own or rent the house? What is the telephone number? Telephone number, let me, here. What is the telephone number? What is the head of the household's name? What is the head of the household's birth date?
Yes.
What is the head of the household's age? Age.
41
Yep.
years old.
41 years old. And the last one, what is the head of household's race? Do you remember race? Race.
Race. Why?
Race.
Korea.
Yeah, Korean.
Korean.
If you look right here, Felix and Katie are from Korea. So you can say Korean or you can say Asian. Is okay. Asian. So those are 7 questions, but they're only going to ask you 6. How many people live in the house? Does the family own or rent? What is the telephone number? What is the head of household's name, birthday, age, and race? So if you have this one, there is one more. Let's see, do I have it here? This is Gomez. This is the Gomez family. Gomez is last name. This is a big family. So if you look at this reading, same thing. Felix, but this is not Felix, this is Javier. Javier. So for now, can you take maybe 5 minutes to read this? This is almost the same as the Yi family, but there's more people. There's Javier, Patricia, Antonio, Cindy,
Cindy,
Maria,
Maria,
and one more, Luisa.
Two, three, four, five, six.
So just spend a few minutes to read, and then I'll ask you some of those questions.
Part 2 is writing.
对，这是写的。
Yes, yes, Mavis. Part 2 is writing. There's going to be a paper. The paper is going to have 6 questions. These questions, let me see here. Question. These are some of the questions. There are 7 questions here, but the writing will have 6.
这是写自己家吗
Write is my home.
Writing will be on the chat, I think. I will give you the paper to do writing tomorrow.
My home or
No, it's going to be the writing will be a reading like this. It's going to be like they're going to give you Yi family.
Yi family.
Or they're going to go Gomez family.
Yeah, I
It's
see.
not your home. This is not for you. This is for reading, right? Reading
Okay.
and writing.
Yeah, I see.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. So these are your 7. Oh, here's your reading. But they're going to be 7 questions. And the 7 questions are this right here. How many people live in the house? Does the family own or rent the house? What is the telephone number? What is the head of household's name? Birthday, age, race.
Yes.
And then they will give you reading.
我说起来
Reading will be a little bit like this. Yi family,
Family.
or maybe here,
Oh.
Gomez.
Gomez.
Or maybe they will also give you different family. So let's look at this. If you look at this Gomez family, how many people live in the house? How many?
6 people.
People.
Let me see here. You have
You have
Javier, Patricia, Antonio, Cindy, Maria, and the last one down here, extra,
Luca.
yeah, Luisa.
Luisa.
So you say 6, finish, right? Does the family own or rent the house?
Right.
right
Rent.
667 or not
That's the address. They're not going to ask for address though, I don't think.
Okay.
So you just need to know, oh, this is an apartment, but they rent.
Right.
What's their telephone number?
4085.
408.
4008 555 9800. Remember, this is going to be a writing, so you don't have to speak for this part. This part, right? What is the head of household's name?
Javier.
Yeah. Hispanics, we say Javier.
Javier.
When is the head of household's birthday?
February 26th.
1979. Please be careful. This is something a little bit important. There are 2 things: birth date and birthday.
Oh.
Is different.
Birth date.
Birth date is
February.
February.
Fantastic.
26.
26.
birthday
1979.
79. Birthday is only
Oh, I see.
it's a little bit different, right?
Birthday 不一样。
If I ask you, oh, what's your birthday? I say, oh, what's your birthday? You say, oh, February 26th. But I don't know how old, right? I know, oh, just February 26th. I don't know, maybe 20 years old, 30 years old, 40. I don't know, right? This is for birthday. But over here, this is birth date.
Birth date. Oh, yeah.
Almost the same, but birth date as year. So what is the head of household's name? Javier. What is the head of household birthday or birth date? It doesn't really matter too much here. What is the head of household's age?
41.
41.
41.
And what is the head of household's race? Honduras is
Honduras.
Hispanic. Honduras is Hispanic. Let me show you Honduras. So right now, we are in Los Angeles, Walnut, California. We are over here. Honduras is over here. So here you can say, oh, they are from, or he is Hispanic. Usually, if you are from this area, let's see here. This here, usually you can say Hispanic. For the most part, almost everything over here, you can say Asian. If you know these countries over here, you can say African. And so those are your questions. How many people are in the house? Do they own or rent? What is
Yeah.
their telephone number? What is the head of the household's name? Age, birthday, race. So that is part 2. Part 2 is writing. And the last part, the last one is going to be part 3. Part 3 is also reading, but part 3 is not going to be writing, it's going to be speaking. Now, the questions, if you look at the questions, they are very similar. You have first name, last name, phone number, age, date of birth, address, race, and one more, you have this one that's new, gender. Do you know gender?
No, teacher.
gender is easy. It's man, woman.
Oh, I see.
Sometimes not man, woman. You can also say male, female. Sorry. Excuse me. Now, for this speaking part, it's going to ask you this question. Read the story. Choose one family member. In the reading, there are a few family members. You have here Sam. You have Diane. And you have Anne. They're going to ask you to choose one.
Oh.
Yeah, there are four. You have Sam, Diane, Anne, and Lana. Sorry. But they are only say choose one. They're going to ask you, please just choose one person. So you can choose Sam. You can choose Diane. You can choose Anne. Or probably not Lana.
First name.
First name and last name.
First name.
Yeah, first name and last name. So let's see here. Read the story, choose one family member. Let's do, let's go yellow. Let's go with, oh no, sorry. Let's go with Sam. What is this person's first name and last name?
Last name.
What's the first name?
Sam.
What's the last name?
Last name. No. Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What
Sam.
is this person's phone number?
71455.
556-1288.
Yeah. Right there. Oh. What is this person's gender?
Woman.
Sam? Sam is probably most likely a man.
Woman.
Or male. We're talking about Sam. Diane is probably woman. Sam is usually man.
Yes.
What is this person's age?
2.
Sam Clark was born on January 4th, 1968. He is
42.
52.
52.
你说的是40啊？
What is this person's date of birth?
41 415 minute.
January
January 5th.
4th.
Yeah,
4th.
January 4th, 1968. What is this person's address?
415
415
Main
Main Road.
Road.
Very good.
450. 450.
And the last one, what is this person's race?
England.
Right,
England.
right.
England most likely is white, right?
White. Honduras race.
Could you please repeat, Mavis?
那个 Honduras race is Honduras.
Honduras. Honduras is going to be
Race.
Hispanic.
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 Hispanic. Hispanic. Oh.
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Hispanic is going to be Mexican, Honduras, Guatemala.
Honduras.
Hispanic. So part 3. Part 3 is going to be speaking.
没照下来。
Speaking, they are going to ask you how many questions? Let's see. 6 questions.
6.
So you have 6 questions. They'll ask you 6 different ones. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6. Sometimes it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
自己随意选6个问题。
Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? They'll ask you 6 questions. You have to choose one family member. 1.
One family.
So you can choose. Let's go with Sam. You can choose Diana. Or you can choose Anne.
写6句，但选这里的谁都可以。
So you can choose three people, right? You just have to choose one person. You can choose Anne. You can choose Sam. You can choose Diane. And the teacher is going to ask you, what is this person's first name and last name? So let's choose Fiona, are you there, Fiona?
And
Okay.
Yeah.
Fiona, what is this person's first name and last name?
The
You can choose Anne, Sam, or Diane.
last name is Dan.
Diane, no, that's first name. So what is his first name and last name? So you're choosing Diane, Fiona, yes?
Anna.
Anne, here, right?
Yeah.
So Anne Clark.
Quark.
First name, last name. First name, oh, sorry.
Quark.
So this is first name, last name. Good. So what is this person's phone number?
yeah.
Right, same phone number.
Six.
What is this person's gender? We're talking about Anne. Do you remember gender?
21.
Gender is talking about man or woman.
对
Men. Woman.
Woman. What is this person's age? Anne was born on June 19th. She is 21.
21. Yeah.
What is this person's address?
Uh, 415 Main Road.
Yep.
Main Road.
And what is this person's race?
Yes. Wait.
White. So all of that is for Anne.
Oh, is
Okay?
okay.
So, very quickly. Your EL Civics. EL Civics test. EL Civics test will have first part, number 1, is going to be why is the census important? Uh-oh, not important. Let me do this. Let me make it blue. Why is the census important? This is going to be speaking. Number 2, census form. This is going to be
Reading.
writing.
Reading.
And 3, choose a family member.
Speak.
It's going to be speaking. Number 1, why is the census important? This is going to have 4 pictures. Oh no. Four pictures. And census form and choose family numbers are going to have 6 questions. Okay?
Yes.
This test has no grade. This is just a test to see if you understand. So right now, I am going to send you a remind. Where's my remind? And I'm going to send you a practice test for first one and second one. So this test, this practice is going to be for this one and this one. Okay?
Okay.
在 Zoom 里考吗？
I'm going to send you that on remind. This will be also your homework.
Okay.
So homework is to finish this practice. Now, I will show you the practice test. Let's see, present. New share. It's going to look like this. Why is the census important? Why is the census important? This is the second one, right? Number 2. Why is the census important? Why is the census important? That's 4 questions.
Many for hospital.
Yeah, so that one, why is census important? They're asking some extra questions. On your test, there's only going to be 4 pictures, but this one, it has 6, maybe. And then this is the same one, Sam and Diane and Anne. Okay?
Yes.
So right now, the last thing I want to do again is, if you are here, Xinyu, Sherry, and Mavis, you are finished already. If you are here, Lily, Yang, and Fiona, in the chat, can you write down your name? Can you type your name? Please type your name in chat. So for those of you who don't know how to do this, let's see, Chrome. For those of you who don't know how to use your Zoom chat, if you go to Pre1 Weebly, you have Zoom chat. On your phone, please go to more. Click on chat, and then please type your name or even say hello. So let's see here, chat. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Artie. Thank you, Yang. I only need Sherry Yang, Sherry Yang and Mavis and Xin Yu. You're okay. I need to see it from Fiona and Lily, just to see.
丽丽，你们在吗？
Not here. Maybe helping.
Hi，
对啊，
Lily, can you
老师
type?
让去那个聊天的那个地方 ，Zoom 里有那个聊天那个地方，让你们发名字。
Can you type your name in chat?
哦，我想问问老师，明天，Hi teacher,
Yes.
where is the text tomorrow? In the Zoom?
Yeah, tomorrow will be Zoom meeting. So what's going to happen is for Zoom meeting, I'm going to make a new room, just like this. I will have.
No room, new room.
Yeah, it will be a new room. I can make new room, and I
Okay.
can choose where to go. I can say, let's say breakout room 1. I can say, I can change new people like this. I can.
Text teacher, you?
Huh?
Text teacher. Tomorrow text teacher.
No,
You?
it'll be different teacher.
Oh yeah.
But don't worry, I will be here too, so I can help you. If you need to ask question, you can come talk to me.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So for right now, I still need Lily to send me name, and I need Fiona to send me name. So if you go on your phone, there is a chat. You go to more, and you go chat, and you go typing hello, your name, or whatever. Okay, so if you are if everything that's it, we will do the test tomorrow. If you want to look at your weekly schedule, this is week 9, Monday. Nothing. Yesterday, no class, right? And then today, EL Civics, and this is the PowerPoint. This is just this. Okay? Thank you, Lily. And I just need it from Fiona. I think Fiona, and then we'll be finished. Okay?
Okay.
So that is it for now. Do you have any questions?